they recognise me as that kid who went to your school. Who was best friends with the dinner ladies. And when I was at school, the dinner ladies would say to me, Ryan, you need to stop getting beaten up. I said, well, stop kicking the shit out of them. They said the best way to avoid our beatings is by writing poetry. What exactly? So I'm going to try and avoid beatings tonight by performing one or two things that used to aid in the kicking shit off me. So, if you don't mind, this first poem is called Pauline. Fucking names. The reason why will become pretty obvious pretty early on in the poem. Pauline. Gasped. She'd never seen a cock so big. She blushed as she stared at Robert's prize-winning chicken. Whose knob was enormous. So that's poetry. As well as poems, I also do like a little bit of sort of like magic because I'm cool. So what I can find out your name by whispering your date of birth to a match game ball. Sounds weird, but it's true. So the gentleman in the yellow book, you. What's your month of birth? February. Typical. Ready? Magic 8 ball, February. I also appreciate the shadow isn't great. Is your name Terry? Well, that's fucked then, isn't it? I mean, the only reason I do that joke is so I can have a Terry's chocolate orange that is tax deductible. So that's the end of that segment. Those who clap need to have a good long hard So this next poem is about myself, but I've changed my own name within the poem to protect my own identity. It also requires a little bit of acting, so bear with me while I get into character. Thank you. Tim's mother called him. Help! I'm falling down the stairs! She screamed onto his answer phone. Tim called her back. Each day for 4 days. No answer. So Tim assumed she no longer needed any help. She died! That's nice. Some comedians and private labels members say I'm a bit too like static on the stage, so I'm going to change up my act a little bit. So this next poem is actually performed in my published poetry book, which is, I cannot stress how important this bit is, available to buy during the break. People think it's a fucking empty book. No, I've worked hard. This poem's about my mum. She's a dinner lady at school. Sweat poured down Gillian's face. Her heart pounded as she reached the last metres of the 26 miles. She was in the lead, she must have been. There was no one else. There was... Maybe she got in the date of the marathon wrong. I also appreciated the one fellow who thought, I'll try and guess the end of this time. I've got it wrong, so fuck you. I like to sort of like test my audiences, and you guys, I think perfect for this, yeah. You'll find out. It took me 6 months to write a poetry book, and you barely bat an eyelid at that. And yet this, you're like one of the only bookers who laughed. So, I'm going to keep doing this until you stop laughing. So, I'm sorry. Why are you joining in now? You knew what was going to happen. It's only got 2 settings. Has anyone heard the term edging before? Do you know what edging is, sir? I don't know. No. I will teach you what it is. Imagine this as any gender's orgasm.
Oh.
Often get premature ejaculating women. To be fair, from my experience, you don't get ejaculating women. I've got one impression actually. It's of a masturbating clown. You lot are weird, and that's rich coming from this. Is everyone else really warm in here? Okay, that bit usually gets like a massive standing ovation. So, no, I said standing ovation, not whatever the fuck that was. So what I'll do is I'll do it again, and just go round crazy for me, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So. You may recognise me as that kid who went to your school, who was best friends with the caretaker, and when I was at school, the caretaker would say to me, "Ryan, legally, you need to stand 25 metres away from it." I said, "You need to stop trying to fuck me then." He said the best way not to get fucked is by writing poetry. So I'm going to prove that tonight by performing 1 or 2 poems to the group. This first poem is called Pauline. The reason why should already be apparent to you. Pauline. Gas. I am repeating myself, by the way, the whole thing. So if you don't go wild and crazy, it will happen again. And there's a break on after me, and I don't mind eating into that until you get it right. It is essentially your own time you're wasting. Hello. I'm working my arse off here. Hello there. You might see on Facebook like comedians who go, "Oh, you fucking cunt." Not me, I back down immediately. Keep talking, it's fine. She'd never seen a cock so big. She blushed as she stared at the farmer, Robert, who, much like his chicken, was free range. Okay, so is anyone here called Terry? Are you a terrier? You're a terrier?
Yeah.
No. Well, which one is it? You are a legitimate terrier?
Yeah.
No, you're not. Chances aren't good. This next poem is about myself, but I've changed my own name within the poem to protect my own identity. And it requires some acting, but I am already in character, so... Tim's mother called him. Finally, a use of the Ouija board. She died in the previous project. Some comedians say I'm a bit too repetitive on stage, so I'm going to change up my act a little bit, if that's alright. This next poem is about my dad. It's about my dad. He was a caretaker at my school. And as well as being a caretaker, he also works in a casino. The croupier, that's my dad, spun the ball. It bounced around the wheel, it landed in 21, and 4, and 2, and 19. It was a bloody big ball, not regulation. I like to use a special tool to sort of assess an audience. You don't want to make me repeat myself because you don't want to see where the third one's hidden. Let's just say if I did a roly-poly, I'd squeak. It's fucking broke. Okay, right. Think of my feet, okay, you, sir, could you hold it to your mouth, please? Hold it to your mouth, you'll know what to do. It's got a bit of air in this one, No. Why are you laughing? It took me 6 months to write a poetry book and barely cared for those poems. But I am a comedian and it's my job to make you laugh. So if that's what makes you laugh, welcome to the rest of the show. You can share them, yeah? You have a go, sir. Might be better than the fucking trap the kids and that. That's my first applause break. And it's for a man going, ooh! See, that's what you could have had! Is that your partner? She is loving him now. Because he can make that noise. Imagine that. And I've got one impression. He's of a masturbating clown. And I did this in Stockton the other week, and the guy just shouted, wank! 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 But to his credit, who's doing it throughout the performance? And in Leek, the fucker did nothing, making it the worst 3 minutes of everyone's life. So, is it Sam? Have we got this, Sam? Yeah. Good. People, there was none of this encouragement for him. Remember that? This guy needed you. Where were you? Come on, take some fucking on Hemden Hill. That's a niche reference that some of you got. I didn't even fucking under. Alright, okay, so I'll get me horn ready. 3, 2, you're disturbing the wank. So I was having the encouragement. Let him use it. 3, 2, 1. You feel fucking shit now, don't you? It's something odd at a girl bench. You can be cleaning up out there. Is anyone else like really warm in here? Yeah, we can discuss that in the interval. Is anyone else really warm in here? That's a bit I clip up and send to me dad. Well, you probably won't answer. It's in the casino, not our friend. Okay. So I'm going to go, but I will be at the back, generally selling books, and I pay for my child's nursery. I've got a child! Okay. And I've seen some of the houses down there. You can afford a book. Okay, so my name's Ryan. I'm going to go. Thank you very much for